Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Kind of a bonus episode of Scenarios here. Scenarios is where we look at things in the NBA that we don't think are ever going to happen, but we're just kind of wondering what if they would happen. This is actually something that did happen, so I thought it would be kind of a bonus episode and kind of for you Suns fans out there to see what this team would do. And that is, we have an injury on this team. Eric Bledsoe has torn his meniscus and is out for the rest of the season. So what we're going to do is simulate the whole season and kind of see who steps up, kind of see what players fill that role of Eric Bledsoe, because I actually have the stats pulled up right here, and let's see, Eric Bledsoe is out for the season, has been just one of four players this season averaging 20 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. The other 3 players were Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, and Kyle Lowry, so that kind of puts him in an elite crowd of point guards. So to lose a guy like that is really going to affect your team. So looking at the default roster without Eric Bledsoe, they have Ronnie Price starting at point guard. I mean, you know, Brandon Knight could play point guard too, I guess. Maybe Devin Booker will get some more minutes. I don't really know much about Archie Goodwin. I don't know, is he good or bad? I don't. You Sun fans probably know more than I do. But you really don't just replace a guy like that, you know, with your bench players. So maybe they'll sign a guy from free agency. I mean, look at free agents here, and Tony Rowan, that actually would not be a bad pickup. I mean, he's a decent player, 75 overall, which, I mean, of course, doesn't matter in real life, but it just shows you that he's a decent player in real life, too. Although, if you get cut by the 76ers, I mean, you know. So I think that's an option to go with. Maybe a Will Bynum, Nate Robinson even. I don't really know. But let's go ahead, simulate this whole entire season, see what the stats look like, see what the record is. Of course, you know, games have been played in real life, so it's not going to give us the full actual picture of it, but just kind of a general idea. So simulate through date, and just kind of see. I mean, I don't expect this team to make the playoffs. I don't really think they were going to make the playoffs with Eric Bledsoe, but really it's just a very unfortunate event to lose a good player like that, especially the guy that's really entering into his prime. You know, I feel for you guys. I feel for you Sun fans out there, really just fans of basketball in general, and the young guy out there. So he was kind of a beast. You know, really, well, he was a beast. I mean, I already read you guys the stats right there, and just a really good player, and this team's not doing well without him. So it's probably not going to be a good season for the, you know, the rest of the way for the Suns. I know they're having problems with Markieff Morris. They're shaking up their coaching staff. I bet you Jeff Hornacek is going to be gone off that team by, you know, not mid-season, but probably by the end of the season. They'll probably fire him, go their separate ways. Of course, though, you know, they should get a good draft pick. I really don't know maybe if they traded draft picks before, so I don't know what their drafting situation is. But assuming they have their next year pick, I bet you they'll be a lottery team. So, you know. And then Devin Booker, this is a good opportunity for him to grow as a player, get some more minutes out there, do some good things, because, you know, he's like, what, 19 years old? He's a very young player, came to this league at like 18, 19 years old. Very good shooter, but, you know, he'll get some minutes out there. Markieff Morris, I think it's time to trade him away. Try to get some trade value for him, because you know, you look at Markieff, he doesn't really want to be on that team anyway. So why force the hand? It's not like he's a big difference maker. I mean, he's a decent player, and you know, he would really help a good team out. But he's not going to help a team that's in rebuild mode right now. So I think it's time to go their separate ways with him. And this record, I mean, you know, 120 games, so it's not bad. 13th in the conference, so we're not last. You know, we're not 15th or anything like that. Oh shoot, I got friends. I got Facebook friends. Alright, honestly sick if you guys know who he is. One of my good friends. I play Minecraft with him and stuff, so that's besides the point, though. And 90% chemistry is good, you know. Record's decent. Without Eric Bledsoe, I mean, Bledsoe's probably good for another, you know, 10, 15 wins, so this team would actually be doing all right with him. But it's looking like the final record's not going to be great. We're not going to make playoffs, of course. In last game against the Clippers. So, none of this stuff really matters all that much. Just kind of want to look at the stats here, see what this team looks like, and player stats. Brandon Knight averaged about 20 points a game, so, you know, Tyson scored a bit, but nobody really stepped up that much in his place. I mean, his backup point guard Price, 7 points a game, you know, so you go from having a guy that's averaging, like, what was I saying, 20 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and you replace it with 7 points, you know, 7 assists, you know, still about 2 steals, so we did all right there. So scoring-wise is kind of what happened. That was kind of the downfall of this team. Devin Booker, though, you know, scored some. He did all right. How'd he shoot? I mean, he shot 42% from 3, so we need to shoot a little bit more. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think this team will do? How do you think this team will react with the loss of Eric Bledsoe? Very sad loss indeed. But it's interesting to see what players kind of step up a bit. So let me all know in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, my friends.